Good afternoon, children.
Today we are going to discuss the fifth unit in physics, work, energy and machines. So these two words are familiar for us, or these words, no? Work, energy and machine. What is work? What is work? So work is nothing but it is if physical quantity that can be measured in terms of numbers. Okay, so work is done when the point of application of force moves through some distance. Work is defined as when work is said to be done. Work is done when the point of application of force moves through some distance. For example, look at the picture. In this picture, the horse is pulling the cart, isn't it? So the force applied by the horse is at a point A. At a point A, the force is applied by the horse. By applying the force, it traveled a distance of d. Okay, it traveled a distance of d and reaches the point B. Reaches the point B. From A to B, it has traveled. Okay, so the object has moved from point A to point B. So it has covered some distance because of the force applied. So this is said to be work. Okay, this is said to be work. Did you understand what is work? So shall we repeat the definition of work again? Work is done when the point of application of the force moves through some distance. Okay, work is done when the point of application of force moves through some distance. Then we can say work is done. We understood this concept, children? In short, we can say that work can be calculated by the product of force and distance. By the product of force and distance. Okay, children. So work is equal to force into distance. Is equal to force into distance or displacement. Okay, distance, it may be either distance or displacement. Okay, so force is equal to work is equal to force into distance. What is the unit of work? The unit of work, the definition of force is force into distance. So we know the unit of force. What is the unit of force? It is Newton, right? For force it is Newton and for distance it is meter. Am I right? So the unit of work is called joule. The unit of work is called joule. The symbol of joule is capital J. So the joule is nothing but the product of Newton and meter. Newton and meter we can symbolically represent as capital N and M. Capital N and a small letter M. So this is the unit of work. So the word for the unit of work is joule and its symbol is capital J. If you write N, M and J, both are same. Okay, both are same. Okay, both are the unit of work. Both are the units of work. Okay, it's both are equal. Do you understood this? Yes. What is the unit of work? The unit of work is joule or Newton meter. Is it clear, children? Yes, good. Now the next topic, energy. What is energy? Energy is the ability to do work. Energy is the ability to do work. We have already studied this, isn't it? So, you know the different forms of energy. What are they? Chemical energy, solar energy, electric energy. In many forms of energy we know and we are using in our day-to-day life. We will be discussing in all those energy in our 7th standard. Okay. What is the unit of energy? For work we have studied just now. Its unit is joule. Similarly, for unit of energy is also defined as the work it has do. Energy is measured in the same unit as work. Isn't it? What is energy? It is measured in terms of work, isn't it? So the unit of energy is also joule. The unit of energy is also joule. So work and energy has the same unit, joule. Joule, joule, and the symbol is capital J. Is it clear, children? The unit of work, both the work as well as the water. Yes, energy as the same unit, joule. Is it clear? Now the next topic is missions. What are mission? A mission is a device through which a force applied at one point overcomes resistance at another point. Okay, a mission is a device through which a force applied at one point overcomes resistance at some other point. Okay, let us discuss what it is. For example, when you scoop up some sugar with a spoon, you apply a force, isn't it? You apply a force on one end and the other end lifts the sugar. Am I right, children? Yes. To do this, the spoon has to overcome the force of gravity acting on the sugar. Am I right? So the spoon has to, what it should do? It should overcome the all objects will have gravitational force. That gravitational force of the sugar should be overcome by the spoon, so that only it can lift it up against the gravity. This is the resistance offered by the sugar. So that's the gravity, no, that is the resistance offered by the sugar. Thus the spoon is a machine. So spoon is also a machine. Similarly, a knife is a machine. You apply a force on its handle while its blade overcomes the resistance offered by the vegetables you are cutting. Okay, so the knife is also a machine. A little thought will tell you that most of the common tools we use are in fact machines. The devices that we usually refer to as machines, on the other hand, have a large number of sections or pieces, each of which functions as a machine. A sewing machine or a bicycle, for example, has many sections that are themselves simple machines. So, not only the things which are having many sections and many parts and pieces are called as machines, but also simple things like knife and a spoon also acts as machine. Do you understand? So machine should overcome the resistance when force is applied on it. It must overcome the resistance offered at the some point. Do you understood this, children? Hope you have understood the concept well. So do your assignment and report in the group without fail. Thank you, children. Meet you in the next class.